Hello YouTube, this is Chris again with Beggars Paranormal Services. This video is going to be on multiple topics about being yourself, whether it be on camera, off camera. I'm going to touch on some topics that are very, very touchy, and I've got so many videos, messages that are rolling around in my head and my heart that I want to get out. And it's not that I'm afraid of putting them out or afraid of what people are going to say, because anybody that knows me, whether it be my subscribers that I talk to on a daily basis almost, or people that knows me outside of my videos, I am who I am. I do what I do, I say what I say, I think what I think, and that's never going to change. Now, I will take your constructive criticism into effect, and I will go over what you said and see if it makes sense and go from there. But before I go any further, this video I know is going to go one or two ways, and so is my channel. I already know it, because some of the stuff that I'm going to touch on today, I'm either going to get a bunch of subscribers and a lot of good comments, or I'm going to lose a lot of subscribers and I'm going to get a lot of negative comments, and it may even go a third way. It may be a mixture of both. I don't know. But with that being said, this video today was going to be a shout out to some channels. I decided not to do that. Then it was going to be a weird thing happened to my channel. I don't think it was a hack, not by human hands anyway. And then it went to this, which is going to be a mixture of different things, that I've wanted to put in multiple videos. And it's not going to be everything that I want to put in videos, because like I said at the beginning, there's so much stuff going around in my head, and not like ADHD kind of stuff. And if you have ADHD, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying I've got so much stuff in my heart, so much stuff in my head, so many messages that I want to put out to help people. Yes, I'm a paranormal investigator, okay, but I'm also a truth seeker, and I've made that very, very clear in most of my videos, especially my newer ones, my Facebook, my discussions here on YouTube, even the About Me here on YouTube. I'm not just limited to paranormal. Now, I'm going to try to keep this video short, but it may go a little longer. Please stick with me to the end. And you may not agree with anything I say. You may not agree with some of the things I say. You may agree with everything I say. But this is America, and it's a God-given right to have that free will. So, the first topic is be yourself. Whether it's on camera, off camera, it doesn't matter. Be who you are, because there's messages that only you have, abilities that only you have, that God has given you to help the world. I feel God has put me in a place with it, especially my YouTube channel, to spread these messages. And there's, like, I got one video that I made. It was which I've thought about from time to time to make, but then I had one of my subscribers, one of my fans, had messaged me that he had just lost somebody in his life, and he was thinking about doing something stupid, and stupid isn't taking his own life, and that triggered something in me that I needed to make a video. And it hasn't really done extremely well, and that's okay. I mean, I want the subscribers, I want the views, I want the likes, possibly make money on YouTube, which I've touched on that in the videos, that I'm not really making anything, even though I've been doing this since 2011. Yes, I took a little time off, but anyway, the name of the video, and you can go check it out, it's called "Are You Thinking About Ending It All?" And it's only got 52 views, and that was put out, let's see here, that was put out about 3 weeks ago, something like that. So that's not a whole lot of views, but you know, that's 53 viewers that's watched that video that may have saved their life. And I even made fun of myself in that video, which wasn't a lie. All my videos are truthful and honest to the best of their abilities, to my ability. But I did have one person comment back to me that they hadn't thought about committing suicide, but they had friends that had, and that this video was most likely going to help them. That made me feel good. That something I did, something I put out for the world to see, possibly saved one life. So, you know, like I said, be yourself. You're going to say things, you're going to do things that aren't perfect. None of us are perfect. I'm not God. I'm not his son, Jesus Christ. I can't walk on water without his help, without God's help through his son, Jesus Christ. Can you? I've got skeletons in my closet. We know you do too. Whether you want to admit them or not, you do. You have skeletons that only God and his son know. And I really don't care what they are. But the Bible very clearly says, judge not unless you want to be judged. And if you want forgiveness, you got to give forgiveness. Do not condemn others, or you will be condemned. We're not supposed to hate the person, whether the size, the color, the religion, whatever it is. We're not supposed to hate them. We're supposed to hate what they do, and we're supposed to try to teach them to go the right way. Okay? We're not supposed to hate them. I find it funny that a lot of people, they want to give their opinions, but they don't want to listen to yours. They want to tell you to do things, but they don't want to do it themselves. They treat you badly, but then if you treat them badly, how dare you? You know, they want to have that bar, that standard up there for them, but then they want to lower the standard to you. And that's not how it should be, and unfortunately it is. Like this whole Black Lives Matter thing, before I even get started on that. Okay? Two of my kids are half Mexican. My first wife was Mexican. One of my best friends, that's like a brother to me, is black. Okay, and you can research this stuff yourself, and there's a lot of black people, Mexican people, white people. Some I know personally, some I don't. A lot I don't, but they speak about this as well, and none of them are racist. They're all good people. But now, with that being said, it's not Black Lives Matter. It's all lives matter. And see, the thing is they want the powers that be. They want to divide us, divide and conquer. They don't want us to stand and unite. They want us to, and it's a race war, and which has been one of the biggest wars throughout history. If you look at the big wars, it's usually on race and religion are the two biggest wars usually. There are other wars in there, but two of the biggest that I've seen are usually on race and religion. Okay? And I'll get to the religion thing here in a minute. We're already 8 minutes into this. But they want divide and conquer, and one of the main reasons they want to divide and conquer is because they can't take every one of us. They may get a few, but they can't take us all. They can only get a few of us if we stand together and unite. And they lose their power. They lose their money, they lose their power, they lose what they think they have. Okay? But if they, Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, this is a race shooting over here, which most of the time is all poised by them. But this is a race thing. If this black person shot this white person or stabbed this white person, however they portrayed this murder, and I'm not saying all these murders are by them, but a majority of them are. Do your research or see I'm right. But if we say this black person killing this white person or killing this white cop was a racist thing, they did it because they're tired of being targeted. We'll use that one because that one's used a lot. And they're thugs, and they're this and they're that. Well, that makes every white person, or majority of white people, look bad at the blacks. And then you get the whites. You know, oh, this is a gun control thing. Well, where was the gun control thing with the black people? You see what I'm saying? They can't play both cards on both sides. They can't play the same card. So they got to play a different card. And they use the stereotypical, oh, all blacks are thugs, when it's a black killing a white. Usually. And then if it's a white killing a black, oh, that's gun control. We got to have gun control. It's the guns that are big problems. Listen to all the hate speeches that are brought out by even our president. Well, he's not my president, but even though I live in the United States, because I don't agree with him. I don't agree with what he stands for. I didn't like him the very first time I saw him before he opened his mouth. And no, it wasn't a black thing. It wasn't a racist thing. It was simply because I got the feeling about him that he was not a good guy. He didn't have a good heart. So we got to stop this, people. We got to stop this whole black lives, white lives, brown lives matter stuff. We all matter. We're all made in the image and glory of God. So if that's the case, and we're hating other people, the Bible teaches us we're also hating God, because God is in us. You may not be a Christian. You may not believe in the Bible. You may not believe in any of the stuff that I'm saying right now as far as biblical goes, in God and His Son. But think about that. That does make sense, though. I mean, even if you're not a believer in Christ or in His Daddy God. Yes, I said Daddy. Why are we hating each other? We're hating each other on a pigment of skin that we can't even get right. I'm not white. No. The soda cup, that's white. See how my cup, my hand doesn't match the cup? Okay? Yes, there are some people out there that are the definition of white. I'm not saying that. Most black people aren't black. I'm sorry to tell you, but they're not. And if you're black and you're watching this, you know I'm right. Same thing with the white people. The night sky is black. Brand new asphalt is black. Lay on that asphalt and you can clearly see the difference between you and that asphalt. Put your hand up in the night sky and you can clearly see the difference of you and that hand, or that night sky rather. Do you get my point? It's not trying to be a racist. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm not. Anybody that knows me outside of YouTube especially knows that I'm not. Like I said, one of my black friends is like a brother to me. And we just got to wake up, people. We've got to wake up. Because it's destroying us as a nation. It's destroying us as a human race. For what reason? I'll tell you the reason. One of the many, many reasons is because, remember when I said it's the divide and conquer, what they want, the powers that be? That's exactly what it is. Because if they get a race war going, okay, now if you look at the definition of police, state, and martial law, okay, if they get a race war going, then what they do is the police try to handle it. They can't handle it. It's too big, which we're seeing all over the news right now because of this whole Black Lives Matter. They even pushed it in the Super Bowl with a lot of commercials. There's video after video after video after video about that. I'm not going to really touch on it right now, but so they can't. The police, local police, can't control it. And so what do? They call police state, and then they have the military come in. They call police state and martial law. Police state or local military comes in, and they call a police state, and then they do a martial law, which is a lockdown. And if they do a lockdown, then they control you. Okay, everybody's locked in their house and everything. And if martial law and police state get called, the president that's a president at that time will not be taken out of office until police state and martial law are lifted. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's a control and power and manipulation thing. Okay? So, be very careful on what you listen to and what you hear and what you think, because most of the time It's been bred into us subconsciously, and we don't even know it. That's why it's subconsciously. Whether it's images, sounds, videos, pictures, whatever, it doesn't matter. A lot of things are even bred into us by our churches. I don't go to church anymore. I don't believe in religion. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God. I believe in His Son, Jesus Christ, and I believe in the Bible. Now, again, you don't have to believe any of that. You can believe one of them. You can believe both of them. You can believe all three of them. That's up to you. That's your free will, your choice. Mine, I believe it. And nothing's going to waver me from doing so. No matter what you say in the comment section below, what nasty messages you may send me, video responses, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's not going to change. Now, if you come at me with logical stuff, I will sit down and I will look at it. I don't care if it is paranormal, biblical, or otherwise. I will look at it, like I said, and I will take it in consideration and think about it in my mind and in my heart if what you are saying is correct, which is the same way I want you to do with me and in my videos. So, back to what I was saying about the forgiveness thing, about skeletons in the closet and biblical. It says, forgive or you won't be forgiven. Forgive as my Father has forgiven you. Even the Lord's Prayer says, forgive us of our trespasses if we forgive those that trespass against us. There's multiple verses that talk about forgiveness, love, and spreading God's word and the gospel of Jesus, His Son. Okay? Love covers a multitude of sins. We all have sins. Some are worse than others. But in the sight and the glory of God, one sin is a sin. If you've committed one sin, you've committed them all. There's so many things I want to touch on. I actually wanted to start a Bible series on this channel as well. Because there's a lot of things that I've seen that are that's my phone. Most likely it's a YouTuber commenting. And that's the thing too, is I always try to take time. That I've got my phone set up to where if you message me, I get it. Okay, and I try to do my best to sit down and answer every question or every comment that is sent to me, private message or otherwise, because I try to be interactive with my fans. And like I said, I made it very publicly known on my YouTube channel, on permanent, almost tongue-tied, all my media, even here on my YouTube channel, that yes, I'm a paranormal investigator, but that's not all I am. And I want to help people in any way I possibly can. And I can only do that if I interact, not just with the videos, but interact also in the comments and the private messages. Because there's certain things that I've had YouTubers tell me, or even people outside of YouTube, that they didn't want no one else to know, but they wanted my opinion. They wanted me to try to help them in something in their life. And that's what this channel's about. Yes, I do want the subs, I do want the views, I do want the likes, and I do want to get paid more than the one time that I've gotten paid from YouTube and Google. But if this channel never blows up, if I never make any more money on this channel, that's okay. Because to me, the messages are more important. Me being me and trying to help my fellow man, my fellow brothers and sisters, is more important than any of that combined. So, like I said, be yourself. Don't be somebody else. I don't care if they're a YouTube channel, TV, movie, TV show, songs, pastors. God created us all equal, but He created us different for a reason. Because we all have certain goals, and certain, not for our goals, for His. Now see, we think of it as a military. Okay, you got God, which is your high commander. Then you got Jesus, His Son, which is second in command. Okay, then you've got, the saints, and then you've got, different people, the different chains of commands. We're in a military. It may not be a man-made military like the Army, the Navy, the Marines, anything of that nature, which I've got nothing against, and they've got my full wholehearted support. I've got friends and family that are military. They've either served or they are currently serving, and I respect them and I love them and I appreciate everything they do because they help keep us free. They help keep us safe. But we're in a military, God's military, and we have chain of commands and we have our own roles. Not rules, roles. We have our own roles. We have our own things that we are being guided to do and being told to do. Now we can go against that chain of command and not do it, and that's with our free will. But then you're not helping anything, and you're not helping anybody. And sometimes you've got to step outside that box. You've got to go against everything you were taught, everything you think you know, everything you think you believe. You've got to step outside that box for yourself and see. And a lot of times you will see what you thought you knew, you didn't know. It happens to me all the time, especially biblical. You know how much stuff that's been taught to me by pastors, by people that are family and friends, and even strangers that are Christians, and I thought they knew what they were talking about. But then when you pick up the Bible and you read it for yourself, you see that they're wrong a lot of the time. They're misled, whether it was purposely or it's accidentally, purposely being like it was. They're purposely misleading other people for their own power, money, and gain, their own fame and fortune, or they've done it because that's what they were taught by their grandparents, their parents, their moms, their dads, their pastors, and so now they're teaching the same stuff. There's so much I want to talk about all these different subjects, but I'm probably not going to have the time on this video because I'm already sitting at 22 minutes almost. But do your own homework, do your own research. Don't latch onto one YouTube channel, one movie, one TV show, one pastor, and think they speak the gospel truth, and think they know everything, and think they are perfect, because they aren't. They're not. I'm not. And if any of my subscribers feel that way towards me, that I'm like a god, please stop. Please. I'm not. I'm just like you. I make my mistakes, and I'm not perfect. My videos are 100% truth to my ability and to my knowledge. I don't fake anything. I don't act like I know everything, because I don't. I can't. I just can't. There's no way. But if you've got me on that pedestal, if you've got me on that limelight, that I'm like some kind of God, and that everything I speak is gospel, everything I speak is the truth, you have to follow me to the letter, please don't. I'm asking you, please don't. That doesn't mean not to listen to me, because what I feel in my heart, feel in my mind, I feel is correct and true. But if you do your own research and prove that I'm wrong, like I tell my kids all the time, come to me with your research and your proof, not just some off the wall, thrown something in the mix and say you're right. Do your homework, do your research, and then come at me respectfully, and I'll listen to you, and I'll take it into consideration the same way I want you to do to me. So most likely I'm not going to get the weird thing that happened to my YouTube channel into this video today, because it is so long, but I will make that video after this, and it won't be as long, but it will tie into this video. So I hope you like this video. Rate, comment, subscribe, and make sure that you've got your notifications turned on for my channel. 2 ways of doing it. I've touched on this. And changing your YouTube channel name is a little bell here on your cell phone next to my subscribe name. When you hit subscribe, hit that. Sometimes you have to hit it multiple times to get it to turn it on, but it looks like a little bell starting to ring when you do that. And if you're on the laptop or a computer, a little gear will pop up, and click on that, and then check the box to be notified of my videos, because I've got so many subscribers. But if you go look at the statistics, majority of the people that are viewing my videos aren't my subscribers. They're very, very little. And I've got almost 1,100 subscribers, 1,100 fans. So I should be getting a lot of those videos, should have a lot of those views from those subs. I should be hitting almost 1,100 views every one of my videos, but I don't. So I think that's why. I cut a section of video out, so it's going to look funny, transition in between that and this. I wanted to leave you with a couple thoughts here. If you Google police state, it says a total terrain state controlled by political police forces that securely supervise the citizens' activities, which we're already in a police state. We're constantly being watched and monitored, but I'll touch on that more in detail on another video. Also, if you look at martial law, military government involving the suspension of ordinary law, which is what I touched on earlier in the video, that says that the police, local police can't handle it, and so they call on the military, and the military does their thing. So, like I said, it's going to look a little funny going in between the last part and then this part, but I wanted to put those in this video. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, make sure your notifications are turned on, and I'm sorry this video is so long, but I try to cram so much stuff into one video, because like I said, I got so much stuff in my heart and my mind that I just want to get out there. So anyway, I hope you liked this video and it helped you, and share it around, and hopefully it'll help other people, and I'll see you on the next video.